Step into a world where innocence turns to horror and childhood excitement twists into spine-chilling fear. In the heart of a quaint provincial town, a festive carnival arrives, bringing with it an air of joy and excitement. But beneath the colorful facade lies a sinister secret that awakens after dark. Uncover the unsettling tale of a young girl's harrowing encounter with a malevolent clown, a confrontation that defies explanation and leaves an indelible mark on her psyche. As day turns to night, and laughter gives way to chilling screams, the lines between reality and the supernatural blur in ways you won't believe. Join us on a journey into the depths of fear, as we unravel the mystery behind the haunted carnival that forever changed a little girl's life. Welcome to Eerie Encounters and Hauntings. We are thrilled to have you join us for 2 new spine-tingling tales of the paranormal each week, stories that will make you shiver with fear and keep you on the edge of your seat. From haunted houses to possessed objects, we have the most bone-chilling tales of the supernatural. Get ready for a terrifying journey into the unknown with our bone-chilling episodes featuring blood-curdling stories that will send shivers down your spine. So hit that like button, share the horror with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. This story will make shiver in fright. This is entitled Haunted Carnival, the sinister tale of the malevolent clown. This was shared by Antonio, who's from Gazzo in Italy. In the heart of a quaint provincial town, where the ebb and flow of life was as predictable as the seasons, lay a secret that surfaced only once a year. The townspeople awaited this annual event with a mix of excitement and trepidation, for it was during this time that the festival of the beloved Lord was celebrated. The streets transformed into a canvas of color, adorned with hanging banners that swayed like whispers in the breeze. Festivities unfolded, replete with games, laughter, and the jingling of coins that exchanged hands like fleeting promises. At the center of this anticipation was a little girl named Belma, her wide-eyed wonder capturing the essence of innocence. At the tender age of 7, her imagination held more secrets than the stars above. The nearing fiesta had ignited an electric spark in the hearts of all children. News of an enigmatic fair had spread like wildfire. Laughter erupted from their lips, an unrestrained symphony that painted the air with mirth. Amongst the fair's myriad offerings, the carousel and caterpillar ride held a particular enchantment for the children, their joy unfurling with each whirl and twirl. Yet, it was the horror train that tantalized Belma's fantasies. A train shrouded in shadows and woven with tales of monstrous creatures lurking within its dark, winding tunnels. Her friends whispered stories of spine-tingling frights left Belma yearning for a taste of this forbidden thrill. But life's twists had deemed otherwise. Forbidden to venture far from the safety of her home, Belma's dreams were eclipsed by her parents' cautious boundaries. Resentment festered within her, a silent rebellion against the invisible walls that held her captive. The festival of gaiety seemed to amplify her isolation, the laughter around her mirroring the very chains that bound her spirit. Belma, an only child, knew a solitude that ran deep, a fact emphasized by the hushed conversations she overheard. Her mother's voice, a mix of sadness and determination, revealed a past struggle. The scars of nearly losing Belma during her infancy etched an indelible mark on her mother's heart, the echoes of a fragile past that resonated through their lives. A tug-of-war existed between freedom and constraint, a stark contrast painted by the spoils bestowed upon her, toys and clothing, each a symbol of love and admonition. Beneath the veneer of indulgence, her parents maintained a stern discipline. The sting of punishment was a reminder of the boundaries she must not cross. Her father's anger was the specter that loomed, a warning against disobedience. On a fateful Saturday, when the sun's descent painted the sky in fiery hues, Belma's world took an unexpected turn. A whispered invitation from her mother led her to the church, not on a customary Sunday, but on a quiet Saturday afternoon. The anticipated Mass, an event that mirrored the festival's blending of tradition and anticipation. As the sun dipped below the horizon, leaving the world draped in shadows, Belma and her mother stepped out of the church. The carnival lights beckoned like beacons of enchantment, their glow piercing the night's obscurity. Belma's heart pounded in rhythm with her steps, a crescendo of emotions bubbling within her. She found her voice, and her request trembled in the air, a visit to the fair, if only for a brief moment. A chuckle escaped her mother's lips, a melodious sound that danced like fireflies in the night. It was a simple wish, one that her mother granted with an affectionate nod. The fairground stretched before them, a realm of wonder waiting to be explored. With each step, anticipation painted their path, a shared secret of revelry and adventure. The carousel's melodies carried their laughter as they reveled in its dizzying spin, and the caterpillar ride cocooned them in whimsy. The world blurred around them, a kaleidoscope of color and sound. Amidst the joy, Belma's eyes shimmered with the ghost of envy, the echo of her friends' tales of the horror train still whispering in her ears. An aroma of treats filled the air, the sizzling of hot dogs and the sweet promises of cotton candy. The carnival was alive, and within its heart, Belma's joy swelled like a tide. With each bite and sip, the bonds between mother and daughter tightened, a promise of shared moments that would linger in memory's embrace. The moon's ascent painted the sky with an inky darkness as the carnival lights transformed into a symphony of neon hues. The horror train loomed, its very presence a beacon of the eerie. The queue ahead seemed endless, each person a testament to the collective fascination with the unknown. Among them, Belma stood, her determination unwavering. With each step, the boundary between reality and imagination grew thin. The train's whistle sounded like a haunting refrain, a melody of fear that played on heartstrings. Belma's mother offered a reassuring smile, a silent agreement to await her at the tunnel's end. As the train's jaws yawned open, swallowing its passengers, a rush of cold air whispered secrets of the terrors within. The tunnel swallowed the train in darkness, and the world changed. The clatter of wheels on tracks became an eerie lullaby, each note striking fear into the hearts of those who journeyed through the abyss. The interior was a realm of nightmares, a parade of monstrous figures that danced on the edges of sight. Belma's heart raced, and a primal instinct urged her to retreat. Ghoulish faces leered from the walls, their eyes glowing like malevolent stars. The darkness seemed to pulse with a life of its own, a breath that sent shivers cascading down Belma's spine. Her fingers gripped the seat, her knuckles blanched white as the train plunged further into the abyss. The tunnel was a world unto itself, a dimension where reality unraveled, and fear took center stage. A woman emerged from the shadows, her presence an ethereal wisp that sent a collective shudder through the passengers. The tunnel's wall seemed to close in, the very air thickening with dread. Belma's heart hammered, its beats a war drum in her ears. And then it happened. A hand, cold and clammy, breached the darkness, a phantom limb reaching out from the abyss. The sight that followed was beyond the realm of dreams and logic. Monsters materialized, their grotesque forms haunting the edges of Belma's vision. She wanted to scream, to escape the nightmare that had woven itself into her reality. Her hands found refuge over her eyes, a feeble attempt to block out the horrors that danced before her. A laughter, guttural and sinister, slithered through the air. It was a laugh from the depths of despair, a sound that seemed to bubble from the very pits of hell. The voice whispered of tormented souls and broken promises, its tendrils coiling around Belma's mind, suffocating reason. She turned, her heart pounding like a frantic drum, and there it was, a clown. Bald, with a face pale as death, the clown's grin was a mockery of joy. Lips stained red, as if feasting on the essence of fear itself, a sinister liquid dripping like blood. His eyes held no mirth, only a darkness that seemed to consume the very light around him. He was a specter, a nightmare-given form, and he was behind her, a presence that should not have been. The grip on her arm was vice-like, his laughter a symphony of madness that threatened to unhinge her mind. Belma's cries mingled with the chorus of terror that echoed within the confines of the tunnel. She screamed for her mother, her voice a beacon of desperation amidst the storm of malevolence. And then, the nightmare ceased. The train's wheels screeched against the tracks, and light flooded the tunnel like a benediction. Her mother's arms were a haven, a sanctuary against the horrors that had besieged her. Questions tumbled like shards of broken glass, her mother's fury aimed at the very heart of darkness that had scarred her child's innocence. The train operators, their faces etched with the weight of a sinister truth, offered explanations that frayed the edges of reality. The carnival had harbored a past it dared not speak of. A year prior, a clown had walked its grounds, a malevolent entity with a penchant for darkness. It was a bad man who took children from their parents, a creature that wore the skin of mirth to cloak its nefarious intentions. The tale of the carnival's tainted past unfolded like a macabre tapestry. Belma's tears bore witness to a history of horror, a story that painted the fair in shades of terror. Her mother's fear was justified, her anger a rallying cry against complacency. The operators admitted their own unease, their shivers in the face of Belma's account testament to the sinister reality that had woven its threads through their world. The journey back home was shrouded in a silence that spoke volumes. Cotton candy, a feeble attempt to console a wounded spirit, seemed to melt on Belma's tongue like the echoes of her nightmares. The fair, once a realm of enchantment, had become a tainted memory, a reminder that shadows could stretch even in the brightest of lights. And as they departed, Belma cast one last glance at the horror train. A figure stood by its entrance, a clown with eyes that held the weight of a tortured soul. He waved, a gesture that sent a tremor through Belma's being. But no one else seemed to see him, a phantom who existed at the fringes of perception. Unbeknownst to Belma, the spirit of a child that was taken from its parent, a victim saved by the tendrils of fear and the strength of a mother's intervention, lingered within the carnival's folds. It was a guardian, a sentinel that reached out from beyond the veil to ensure that no other innocent soul would fall prey to the malevolent clown's designs. The carnival, once a realm of laughter, now carried a haunting tale, a testament to the darkness that could lurk beneath the most innocent facades. As the carnival lights dim and the echoes of frightened screams fade, one thing remains clear: the boundary between the ordinary and the eerie is thinner than we dare imagine. Belma's harrowing encounter serves as a chilling reminder that even in the most innocuous places, darkness can lurk. The carnival, once a realm of joy, now echoes with a cautionary tale that transcends time. So, as you step back into the safety of your own reality, remember, behind the facade of festivities, the unknown may be closer than you think. If this video left you spellbound, dive deeper into the world of chilling tales by joining our channel, Eerie Encounters and Hauntings. Access a treasure trove of bone-chilling stories waiting for you with new episodes 2 times a week. Spread the fear among your friends and family who crave a good scare and give them goosebumps. We'd love to hear your spine-tingling experiences as well, so don't hesitate to share them in the comments. You can also send us your story so we can feature it in one of our future episodes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay scared. Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. The stories depicted in this video are shared by people who believe they are true, but they have not been verified. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental. The views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the people who shared the stories and do not necessarily reflect the views of YouTube, Google, or Facebook. The channel does not endorse the views expressed in this video. This video is not intended to be used as evidence of any supernatural or paranormal activity. If you are experiencing paranormal activity, please contact a qualified professional.